When you picture a New Orleans cemetery, your mind probably jumps to those tight, walled-in cities of the dead, oven vaults stacked like history's filing cabinets. But what if I told you one of the most important cemeteries in the city broke every rule? Welcome to Greenwood Cemetery, the massive, wide-open burial ground at the end of Canal Street, born in crisis, built for the people, and shaped by stories that still echo through the marble and iron today. Dusty and I couldn't get inside the gates on this trip, but from across the street we captured several photos, and honestly, that was enough to spark curiosity, awe, and a whole lot of Google rabbit holes later. So today, let's wander Greenwood together, even if we're standing on the outside looking in. Greenwood Cemetery was founded in 1852 by the Firemen's Charitable and Benevolent Association, and they weren't just building another graveyard. They were fighting a crisis. Yellow fever, overcrowded cemeteries, a city running out of room for its dead. Instead of the traditional brick walls and oven vaults, Greenwood spread out across 150 acres, surrounded only by a simple iron fence. Radical, unusual, practical. This cemetery wasn't for the elite. It was for the shopkeepers, the clerks, the firemen, the women who ran households, the black and white working class who built New Orleans with their hands and sweat. This wasn't a cemetery for the few. It was a cemetery for everyone. If Greenwood had a heartbeat, it would be the 46-foot neo-Gothic tower rising from its center, the Firemen's Monument. Built in 1887 for the 50th anniversary of the Firemen's Charitable and Benevolent Association, this monument honors volunteer firefighters who served long before the city went professional. Architect Charles A. Orleans modeled it after the Sir Walter Scott Monument in Edinburgh, giving it that tall, dramatic silhouette. And standing on top, a marble volunteer fireman carved by Alexander Doyle, hand on hip, looking watchful and unbothered, the eternal guardian of the grounds. At its base, the names of 23 volunteer fire companies, a roll call of courage. The FCBA still maintains Greenwood and neighboring Cypress Grove today. This monument isn't just a tribute, it's an anchor, tying the city's past, present, and people together. Greenwood holds heroes, but it also holds heartbreak. This is where you'll find the grave of John Kennedy Toole, author of A Confederacy of Dunces. A man who wrote brilliance, doubted himself, and never lived to see his masterpiece recognized. He wrote his novel in Puerto Rico while serving in the Army. He tried desperately to get it published and failed. Crushed by rejection and battling depression, he died by suicide in 1969 at just 31 years old. His mother, Thelma, refused to let him be forgotten. She fought for years until novelist Walker Percy finally read the manuscript and was blown away. In 1981, Toole won the Pulitzer Prize posthumously. His grave is simple, but the weight of his story, heavy as an iron gate in August. Greenwood is New Orleans in miniature. The creators, the rebels, the rule breakers, the beloved weirdos. Emile A. Zatarain Sr., the man who gave the world Zatarain's spices, Creole mustard, and root beer extract, a grocery store owner turned flavor mogul. Countess Willie Piazza, one of Storyville's most powerful and influential madams. Her parlor once hosted Jelly Roll Morton himself. She challenged segregation laws and won. A force of nature in silk and determination. Ruthie the Duck Girl Moulon, a French Quarter icon, roller skates, bridal gowns, pet ducks, and pure, unfiltered New Orleans joy. The city cherished her, quirks, chaos, and all, and she rests here in the place that loved her back. Greenwood is filled with people who weren't just remembered, they were loved. Even from the street, Greenwood looks like an outdoor museum. It has the largest collection of iron tombs in the city. Intricate, imposing works of art forged in a century obsessed with metalwork. Greek Revival, Egyptian Revival, Gothic, Baroque. It's like walking through an architectural textbook curated by ghosts. Near the entrance, the Elks tomb stands out instantly. A grassy tumulus with a grand stone archway and a massive bronze elk perched on top like he's judging your life choices. Then there are the society tombs, the unions, fraternities, and mutual aid groups that shaped working-class New Orleans. The Swiss Society, the Police Mutual Benevolent Association, the Typographical Union. Their tombs are big, proud, defiant. Community mattered here, even in death. Greenwood Cemetery broke from tradition to meet a desperate need. But in doing so, it created something timeless. A cemetery for firefighters and flavor makers, eccentrics and entrepreneurs, musicians and mothers. A place where architecture, artistry, grief, and resilience all meet under the Louisiana sun. Standing at its gates, Dusty and I felt it. This quiet pulse of history, this invitation to look closer, to listen, to learn. And honestly, that was the moment we decided we needed to see more. Thanks for joining me for this roadside glimpse into Greenwood Cemetery. Next time, we'll step across the street into St. Patrick's Cemetery No. 2, the one we did walk through, and explore those stories too. If you enjoyed this episode, hit like, subscribe, and wander with us again as we uncover more forgotten corners of New Orleans. And as always, get out there and explore the world your way.